your girl Shawana. Thank you so much for tuning in. As you know, today is March 21, World Down Syndrome Awareness Day, and it's a very special day to me. If you had seen my previous vlog I had done for my niece with Down syndrome for her birthday on February 2nd, you would have known that come today I would be giving you the final segment of that, where I sat down with my sister to talk to her about what it's like having a child with Down syndrome, and I figured what better day to put it out than on World Down Syndrome Awareness Day. So without further ado, here's part 2 of For Aliona. This is my sister Steph talking about what it's like having a child with Down syndrome. Feel at any point like you know, maybe God played a joke on you, or you questioning things? Or
yeah, I did, because at one point I was like, but she's so pretty. To me, she was gorgeous. I was like, there's no physical signs on her face that she has Down syndrome, because some kids, there are 3 types of Down syndrome. She has tetralogy of Fallot. She has trisomy 21. So some kids, it's physically there. You can see their eyes, most of them, their tongue sticking out, their hands are different, the feet. But she was so gorgeous, and was like, at one point was like, no, they probably got it wrong, it's gonna change. But on the medical side, she has symptoms and stuff that kids have, but I thought, nah.
She's now 5 years old. What was your game plan when she's home now? What was the game plan going forward? How were you going to now structure your life around Aliona?
So my plan was hospitals. She had loads of medical stuff going, so we have hospital, physios. My plan was like to get in touch with other parents that have kids like her and see how they have survived, what they do, how they teach them, train them, and basically figure out, I'm gonna have a normal child. I need to know how.
So you were determined that she was going to be normal?
Yeah, she is normal. She's no different from anyone else. Yeah. It's just that she learns and grows at a smaller rate. She's no different from anyone else.
You started her out in a special needs school, and then you decided to take her out and send her to normal, regular school. Why did you do that?
To me, special was too special. They were treating her like she has a disability. They were treating her like a baby. They didn't start teaching her words. They teach her sign language, which is good, because I did have to learn sign language, and that's something is good. But I wanted her to be a regular kid, talk, walk, even though most people are saying it's gonna be impossible. But at 5, she is talking a bit too much.
How old was she when she first started to walk?
It was just about 2 or 3 days after her 2nd birthday.
And how old was she? I remember she used to go through a phase where the only word she knew was no. And now she's pretty much saying everything. So it took her about 4.5 years to start talking. Yeah.
But it varies for kids. Because I've met kids who are 9 or 10 and they're still not talking. But I think if you push them hard enough, you push your kids hard enough, they'll do stuff. So
what are some of the activities that you have her do?
Okay, so she does swimming, she does ballet, and she does football. She loves football. Yeah, and she still does sign language. She knows a lot of sign, but she tends not to use them.
She prefers to talk.
Yeah, but it's a skill to learn and have. But she tends not to use them.
All right, now you have another child. You have a 3rd child now. What is it like having 2 other girls with Aliona and having to share all your time?
Oh, my time. It's quite hard, because Aliona still needs a lot of attention. And Kiona is a lot older, so she becomes she has a lot of responsibilities, which sometimes I feel really bad to know that I have to rely on her so much to do stuff. But she's quite good with them, and she understands. She understands that her little sister is different, which she doesn't call her different. She
calls it up syndrome.
Yeah, she doesn't say she has Down syndrome. She says she has up syndrome, because she's so full of energy. I like people to come into the 21st century.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there who still have negative views of our kids because, as I said, Aliona does everything. I am planning to teaching her to ride a bike. That's my next step. Even though she has her physical mobility is, her muscles are still quite flexible. Yeah. But I want people to understand our kids can do anything and any other kids can do. Just give them a chance. When she was born, a nurse told me, a Jamaican nurse was at the hospital, she said, if you treat her like an idiot, she'll be an idiot. And it kind of stuck with me. So I treat her as normal. Our kids can do everything. Walk, talk, cook. Just give them the chance. Don't just put them in a little corner or a little room and let them watch TV, or just give them attention. Love, talk to them. Yeah, don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed. I wasn't ashamed. I would tell anybody who would listen, she has Down syndrome. She's my baby. One mom once asked me, so do you take her out? I was like, why not? She's just like anybody else. She was a bit ashamed of taking her kids places. It's like, it's the 21st century. People with Down syndrome have rights. They read, they drive, they can be
They
quite...
go to college.
Go to college, they can be quite education. So just give them the chance.
Yeah.
Don't put them in the corner.
What are some of the things she does that just simply amaze you?
Talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said, "Mommy, sorry." And I was like, oh, I was really cross, and that just melts my heart. I couldn't be cross anymore. Yeah. Oh, and she learns a Jamaican phrase, "Wagwan, mommy." She just come and say, "Wagwan, mommy," and she has the Jamaican wagwan.
Yeah.
So that's quite funny to see her do that.
What is your hope for Aliona?
With me, I just hope medical-wise, she just gets better. Yeah, she just gets better, because there's so much medical stuff still going on with her. And I'm like, that's my fear, because the surgery coming up, it's quite tricky, because they try to do it in December and they run into complications. So that's my fear.
What's the surgery?
They're trying to implant a stem cell, because her artery has a leak to her left lungs. So they're trying to put in an artificial one. So that will help her breathe, help the blood flow properly. And hopefully she'll develop a bit more. But it's quite complicated, because she has so many surgeries before. There's kind of like blockages, or muscle overgrowth, fatty tissues overgrowth. So it's a complicated one. So I'm like, yeah.
You're not looking forward to that one.
No, I'm not. But for her future, I think her future is going to be bright, because she's going to do so much. Yeah, it's just the medical side to get over, because I push her, her sister push her, her dad is finally pushing her. They're best of friends now. He's so happy about it. They argue. She enjoys a good argument, so they argue a lot, and she demands stuff. She's like, "Daddy, car now." Yeah, "Daddy, Chinese." She doesn't say Chinese, she says paella. I don't know how Chinese is paella, but she wants paella. So she demands stuff from him, and he just obeys her. Now he spoils her like there was nothing wrong in the first place, but it took him a while, but he's there now. Yeah.
What about Kiona?
With Kiona, she accepts her straight away. The only issue was that she was like, she couldn't take her baby sister home when she was in hospital, but she was there every day, pushing her fingers through the incubator, stroking her. And then when she finally gets to hold her, we had to have all these wires attached to her. She was quite happy. But she was just happy to have a sister. She didn't see any different until when we took her home and took her out and other kids start saying stuff. Yeah, it affected her a lot. She would come home crying that your sister's an idiot, your sister's handicapped. So kids can be quite mean. So she would just come home crying, and was like...
So in that moment, I'm sure it broke your heart as a mother, but you had to be strong also for Kiona. What did you tell her in that moment?
I'm like, it's quite hard to know that someone's gonna say your kid's an idiot and spite him. Someone's gonna say your kid's an idiot and they don't know your child and what your child's capable of or what your child's been through to get where they are. So I had to say to her, listen, some kids can be mean. Some kids are gonna say stuff about her. You know she's different. To them she's different, but to you she's just your sister. But other kids are gonna be quite mean. And I'm like, you have to be strong for her. But even though she's a big girl, she's still quite soft inside. So eventually she started like talking more about her sister, telling her friends. Even at school, she used to do presentations about her. She used to, like, when school has assembly, she used to tell them what Down syndrome is, what they can do, and stuff like that. So kids now around the area and around the school, they know her.
Yeah.
They know her. You'll be walking and someone's like, Aliona. And you're like, who is that? But everyone knows her because Kiona talked about her at school. And she's now going to the same school Kiana goes to, used to. So they know who she is from she was small. So it's a lot easier. But even now, some people do stare at her. And I said, but she was like, Mom, she's staring. I'm like, because she's cute, that's why they're staring.
I want you to talk to the parents out there who, one, maybe they're pregnant and just found out that they may be having a child with Down syndrome, or two, you know, who's just had a child who doesn't know how to cope, who doesn't know what to expect, and who feels as if, you know, they have probably failed themselves, or what did they do to deserve this, or feel as if this is just like an eternal sentence.
I felt that way. It was like, did I do something wrong? Did I take the right prenatal drugs? Did I eat the right food? Did I do something wrong? And was it my age? Most people have a skeptic that it's older parents. When I had her, I was only, 30? So it has nothing to do with age or what you did or didn't do. It's just something that happened, and it just happened to us. As a mom, you want your child to be normal. What is normal? What is perfect?
It's what you make it to be.
It's what you make it to be, because I can say, I have an older child, I can say, okay, Kian is going to go university. Why can't Aliona? You have to decide your child's going to go university too. And as a parent with a child with Downs, you just have to... You dance in your crips, yes. Yeah. With a child with Downs, it's gonna be scary because each one of them are different.
Yeah.
Each kids are different, so it's gonna be a scary decision. You just have to be strong. I grew a pair of thick skin when I had her because I had to deal with people, skeptic, family issues, family saying stuff about you should lift her at the hospital. So it's like, when you looked into, if you listen to people, negative people, you'll basically be putting yourself in a dark place. What you need to do is just look at your child and decide, she's my child, I'm going to do what's best for her or what's best for him. And just be there, treat them like, like they're the same baby as any other baby. Because it's a scary road, not knowing if your child is going to be able to do stuff or achieve stuff. It's scary for any parent, especially ones with a special name. You saw a crocodile? Okay. That's a favorite animal. But there's light at the end of the tunnel. There's like... Yeah.
Yes, and I'm sure times like this when you hear her talking to you and just...
Oh, a monkey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to look in the camera and say hello? Tell them how a monkey sounds. How does a monkey... Which other animal do you know? Crocodile. How does the crocodile do? The crocodile.
Snap.
Snap, snap. Let me see a crocodile snap, snap. Yeah? Do you want to talk Jamaican for mommy? So walk on, mommy. So walk on. Ask the guy. So walk on. So walk on.
Talk to Auntie's camera guy.
Look at him. Look at him. So walk on. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching today's vlog. I really appreciate it. So as you know, Down syndrome is very near and dear to my heart because of my superstar Aliona. So to all the other superstars out there who are fighting Down syndrome day by day like a boss, a big kiss to all of you, and to the parents, the doctors, the nurses, the support system, everyone who plays a role in developing their lives. Thank you so much. So guys, I implore you to please share the video, like it, comment, you know, just send it to the world, because we want the world to be aware of Down syndrome. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.